Jackie Brown.
A film that captured the exhaustion of people dealt a losing hand by life, but still bluffed their way through it with style. Jackie Brown was a gritty, soulful crime thriller that traded flashy action for a cooler, calculated, and unapologetically smooth pace that allowed every scene to breathe while the characters circled each other like sharks, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Soaked entirely in 70s nostalgia, from its soundtrack to its fashion, and built on sharp dialogue and quiet intensity, Jackie Brown was a story about complex, morally gray characters who felt more like people you'd meet at a dive bar, yearning for a second chance at this game called life and not letting absolutely anything or anyone stop them from achieving the goal of escaping that street life. While Jackie Brown didn't explode onto the scene the way some of Tarantino's other films did, it carved out a lasting legacy with its subtle power and emotional depth, and today, we're taking a look at how the iconic cast that brought this crime classic to life have aged so far and seeing where they are now in life. First up, we have Jackie Brown herself, the fearless, world-weary flight attendant who played the game and won. Pam Grier was 47 when she brought Jackie to life. Jackie was tough, but not invincible. She was smart, cautious, and carried herself like someone who'd been knocked down more times than she could count, but always got back up. Through Grier's performance, Jackie became more than just a woman caught in a dangerous scheme. She was a symbol of resilience, a middle-aged black woman navigating a world stacked against her, and doing it with style, grace, and an unwavering sense of self. Her final, bittersweet victory wasn't just a win for the character, it was a testament to the power of patience and playing the long game. After Jackie Brown, Pam Grier remained a cinematic icon, taking on roles in TV and film while continuing to be a trailblazer for black actresses in Hollywood. She wrote a memoir, earned award nominations, and never lost that unmistakable aura of strength and confidence. Today, at 75, she's still as legendary as ever, proving that true icons only get better with time. Next up, we have Ordell Roby, the smooth-talking, ruthless gunrunner who could charm you 1 minute and kill you the next. Samuel L. Jackson was 49 when he slid into the role, bringing his signature swagger and intensity to one of Tarantino's most chilling villains. Ordell wasn't just a bad guy. He was a master manipulator, a predator who thrived on control and could flip from laughing to lethal in the blink of an eye. He treated people like assets, useful until they weren't, and had no problem cutting ties with a bullet when someone became a liability. But Jackson, in true form, infused Ordell with an electric charisma that made him as captivating as he was terrifying. Jackson played him with such effortless charm that you almost forgot how dangerous he was, until he reminded you with a sinister smile and a loaded pistol. It was a performance so magnetic, it left you both disturbed and in awe, a testament to Jackson's unparalleled ability to make even the most despicable characters unforgettable. Post Jackie Brown, Samuel L. Jackson became a living legend. He cemented himself as one of Hollywood's most prolific and beloved actors. And of course, he became the people's brand ambassador for one of the greatest slurs in grammar history.
Motherfuckers! Motherfucking snakes!
Now 76, he remains a powerhouse on screen. His performances as sharp and commanding as ever, proving that even after decades in the business, nobody does it quite like Sam. Then there's Max Cherry, the weary, soft-spoken bail bondsman with a heart of gold. Robert Forster was 56 when he played Max, bringing a quiet dignity to a character who stood as the emotional anchor of the film. Max was steady, reliable, and unshakably kind. He was the kind of man who didn't say much, but when he did, it mattered. His gentle affection for Jackie never turned into anything possessive or pushy. He just wanted her to be free, even if that meant watching her walk away to a Delphonics record, with nothing but a bittersweet smile and a heart full of what-ifs. Forster's performance was a masterclass in restraint, turning Max into a reminder that not all men in crime films had to be violent or corrupt. He was just a good man trying to do his job, navigate his quiet loneliness, and maybe find a little meaning along the way. After Jackie Brown, Robert Forster experienced a well-deserved career resurgence, working steadily in TV and film, even earning an Emmy nomination. He popped up in everything from Breaking Bad to Twin Peaks: The Return, consistently bringing his signature blend of gravitas and warmth to every role. He continued acting right up until his passing in 2019 at age 78, leaving behind a legacy of subtle, powerful performances that proved quiet strength could be just as captivating as explosive action. Up next is Melanie Ralston, the laid-back, scheming beach bunny who treated life like a never-ending vacation. Bridget Fonda was 33 when she slipped into the role, bringing sharp comedic timing and an effortless devil-may-care attitude to the character. Melanie floated through life like the rules didn't apply to her, more interested in smoking weed, watching TV and lounging around in bikinis, than worrying about the dangerous men she willingly surrounded herself with. But beneath her breezy facade lurked a manipulative streak, and Fonda played that duality with subtle brilliance, making Melanie feel both hilarious and deeply unpredictable. Melanie's antics might have seemed playful, but she was always angling for an advantage. She had a knack for poking the bear, needling Ordell and Lewis with a reckless kind of confidence, as if she wanted to see how far she could push them before they snapped. And when things inevitably unraveled, Melanie never lost her smirk. She laughed, flirted, and rolled her eyes her way through the chaos, staying true to her irreverent nature right up until her final moments. Fonda made Melanie feel like the ultimate wild card, a character who danced on the edge of destruction and didn't flinch when she fell. Bridget Fonda stepped away from acting in the early 2000s, choosing to leave Hollywood behind to focus on her family and a quieter life. Now 61, she lives far from the spotlight, but her performance as Melanie remains a standout piece of her legacy. Next on the list, we have Louis Guerra, the washed-up ex-con who proved that some people just don't get better with age. Robert De Niro was 54 when he played Louis, stepping into a role that was as subdued as it was tragic. Louis was a shadow of his former self, quiet, sluggish, and lost after years in prison. De Niro stripped away all the bravado we'd come to expect from him, delivering a performance that made Louis feel defeated before he even started. He wasn't a criminal mastermind. He was just a guy who couldn't keep up anymore. And when his frustration boiled over, De Niro made Louis's downfall feel inevitable. Of course, Jackie Brown was just one chapter in Robert De Niro's legendary career. He went on to star in countless acclaimed films, launched his own production company, and solidified his status as one of the greatest actors of all time. Now 81, he's still working, still evolving, and still reminding the world why he's cinematic royalty. Let's not forget about Ray Nicolette, the cocky, fast-talking ATF agent who treated every case like his personal playground. Michael Keaton was 46 when he stepped into the role, bringing a slick, almost manic energy to the character. Ray was sharp, relentless, and just a little too pleased with himself, constantly towing the line between dedicated lawman and glory hound. Keaton made Ray feel like the guy who thought he was the smartest person in the room, even when he wasn't. His chemistry with the rest of the cast crackled, especially in his tense back and forths with Jackie, where he couldn't decide if he wanted to arrest her or admire her hustle. And despite his arrogance, Ray was competent, adding a layer of unpredictability to the game everyone else was playing. After Jackie Brown, Michael Keaton's career went through a few ups and downs before he roared back into the spotlight with Birdman and, well, Spotlight. He even returned to the superhero scene as the Vulture in Spider-Man: Homecoming and reprised his role as Batman decades later. Now 73, Keaton remains one of Hollywood's most versatile and beloved actors, still switching effortlessly between drama, comedy, and everything in between. And that's where the Jackie Brown cast is today. Some still stealing scenes, others living life on their own terms, but all forever tied to this Tarantino classic. Their performances made the movie unforgettable, and their legacies keep it alive. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a cast update. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.